Hello everyone, Phoenix Knight here. Welcome to the channel, and welcome back to our playthrough of Call of Cthulhu Alone Against the Flames. Now, we survived the adventure earlier today as I'm recording this. So, now we're going to take the character that we built from that and flesh out his backstory a little bit more. We're also going to have a surprise product unboxing at the end of the video. I just got something in that I wasn't expecting until tomorrow, so we can roll both of these together. Anyway, with that, let's move back to the character sheet. Alright, so here is our character that we got through Alone Against the Flames today. Now, we're going to... Generally with these characters, I don't usually bother fleshing out the backstory right away. Only if they're either something I roll up from scratch, or if they survive the Alone adventure do I bother to go for the backstory. But if you go on to page 2 of the character sheet, there's actually a section here where you can flesh out the backstory. So you've got a section for personal description, ideology or beliefs, significant people, meaningful locations, and so on. Now, one section I'm going to fill out right away is the injuries and scars, because if you remember late in Alone Against the Flames, Silas actually did suffer some burn injuries from being in that giant bonfire, which you kind of would expect. So under injuries and scars, let's put in, I think they were around the ankles, so let's say second degree burns around ankle. Would help if I could spell right. From giant bonfire meant to burn him. Okay, so we've got that. We can also fill in an encounter with a strange entity, because if you remember at the end, toward the end of the adventure, when we were investigating during the festival, we actually had an encounter with, what was his name? It was something Derby, but I wouldn't swear to the first name off the top of my head. Edward Derby, that's what it was. So it's called Azathoth and Others by Edward Derby. Which is, well, it's not necessarily an encounter with the entity itself, but I'm going to count it here. Azathoth and Others by Edward Derby. And we have him aged about 25. So in this universe, he probably also served in the Great War. So it's likely that he's come back from the war with some kind of phobia or something like that. So we'll probably say that they wouldn't have called it PTSD back in the day. Wonder what they would have called it. Maybe just... We'll just call it, I guess, fear of loud noises. Something, so we'll call that a phobia of mania. Fear of loud noises. I expect we'll be able to trace it back further than just the war, but for now I think that'll do. Alright, ideology and beliefs. Actually, I think that's probably a good place to start, at least, with fleshing out... Okay, he was born... No, let's say New York City is a meaningful location where he was born. Birthplace and grew up. Significant person... Will come up. There's got to be a reason he knows some Spanish. Okay. So that was one minor little detail that I had. For he knows some Spanish. So we'll say friends in Spanish-speaking section of NYC. Okay. Alright, so that's probably a good place to give me at least something to work with. So I think that will do it for the backstory for now. Now let's get into the product unboxing. And now we have our product unboxing. One more thing on Silas before we step completely into the product unboxing. I did give him also a set of brass knucks, figuring he's a private investigator, so he's probably going to have needed to tune somebody up on occasion. But anyway, probably be small damage like a D6 or a D8, something like that. Maybe a Call of Cthulhu player can offer suggestions on what kind of damage that should be. But anyway, let's get into this product unboxing. Now I'm expecting this to be a custom mat for my Call to Adventure games. I have Call to Adventure, I have the Stormlight Archive expansion, and I have the Name of the Wind. I don't really like the Name of the Wind too much, but I definitely like the other two standalone games. So, let's see if we can... Oh, perfect. Comes right down nice and neat. Oh, fantastic. We have a box inside of a box. I always love it when a place does the box inside of a box. Joy, joy. Alright. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay, and... Wait a minute. What on earth have we here? I just saw something. Huh. We have a Uline box here. Probably a Uline packing list envelope as well. But... Okay. I'm not going to worry about... Well, now I'm curious. Let's see if there's anything on here. S... Okay, I think that's the code for the box that from what Uline has, but the envelope's definitely going to tear way too much. But anyway... Oh my, that is a nice mat, but I'm going to need a playmat tube for it. Or I need something that I can store it in anyway. Because this plastic isn't going to keep for long. But let's go ahead and... Now I'm curious. I probably won't be able to tell from here. But it's probably not... Unless I tear the tape off, I don't think I'd be able to tell what the whatchamacall is. But anyway, let's take a look at this mat, actually. This, oh my. Okay. Definitely feels like any, oh. Oh, that's cool. And then looking on here, you've actually even got sections for, you've actually even got space. Let me grab the laser pointer, which is thankfully right here. Looks like you've got discard piles for your hero cards and your anti-hero cards, and you've got rows for where you can put out the adventures. And and there's even a section here where you can note that you only use this spot if you're using 4 players. Cool. Now I'm curious. I'm going to make one more quick little check here. I'm going to grab 2 of my normal-sized play mats. I just want to see what kind of size I'm looking at for comparison's sake. I don't necessarily think I'd be able to use this in my Arkham sessions, but I'm curious for size. Okay, so yeah, it's a little bit, I guess it's a little bit smaller than I thought it would be. But, okay, that's actually a really cool mat that I can use in my Call to Adventure games. But anyway, what did I do with the tube here? I'll have to find that later. Here's the top for it. And it looks like somehow... No, here it is. Never mind, it's behind me. No wonder I can't find it. It's hidden in plain sight. But anyway, that's actually a really cool playmat. But thank you for watching this video. Next week, we're still going to be on schedule, and we are going to be still playing Call of Cthulhu Alone Against the Tide next week. So thank you for watching this video. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Be sure you also turn on notifications so you get my content. Be well, stay safe, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I'll be back with more videos in the future. Until then, take care everyone.